Welcome, everybody, to tonight's Sisel Connect call. This is Milo Acosta, Director of North American Sales. Guys, we are very, very excited, very happy. These last couple of months have been awesome. Actually, these last couple of years have been awesome, but we've been super happy right now seeing all the growth in the company. It's been just awesome to see everybody happy, getting their volume up, the checks up. Seeing everybody, share the product with people. We've been getting so many testimonies and just watching how people's lives has changed thanks to our awesome products. We had the opportunity of being traveling, this last couple of months all over, and just seeing you guys, just the effort that you guys put into your business, the support that you give us here at corporate when you do meetings, when you share the products with people, when you talk to us and call us and tell us about how we can do things better, what you need. The communication that we have right now with the field is awesome. I love it. I just love the energy overall with everybody, internally and out in the field. We've been last month we told you that sales went up. We had a record-setting month in April, and we were super excited because we knew that 2019 was going to be the year for Sisel, that we were going to be making this big, huge run. We saw growth on volume. We saw growth on sign-ups. We saw growth on everything, PV, TV, everything, across the board as a company. This last month of May was unbelievable. We actually overpassed April. So seriously, guys, we've been breaking records, these last couple of months, and it's been awesome. I've been keeping track on every, day-to-day sales every time. The first thing I do when I go into the office is see how, the sales, versus previous month. During the whole month, we were up, and I'm like, are you serious? Are these numbers right? He's like, yeah. We've been having new volume, new people, coming in. We've been seeing growth on across the board, as a company. I've been looking at the numbers, like I say, in North America, and it's been awesome. It's been just the excitement overall. We've wanted to make sure that we keep that momentum going. This wild momentum going on and on. Like we said at the beginning of the year, we want to make sure that we're out there. We want to make sure that you guys, that we get to know you guys on a personal level. We want to go out there to your home state and do meetings. If you guys have any more meetings, since we've been saying this since January. If you have any meetings that you want us to go out to, let's plan that. Let's talk about it. Let's put it on the schedule. Let me go ahead and tell you where we're going to be at this month, so you guys have an idea. And everything that I'm going to say right now, you guys can find that in the blog at Sisel.net. You'll find this information. So I won't go into a lot of details on venues and times and everything, but just so you have an idea on where we're going to be at. To start off, I'm going to be going Monday, June 24th. I'm going to be in Howard, Pennsylvania. So we have a meeting there. So all these are open meeting, guys. So if you have people around that area, or it's an hour or two to drive, or 3 or whatever, just make sure that you guys are there. We usually do a taste and talk, which we talk about our mission. We talk about the products. We do testimonies. We take products to sample. We do door prizes, and we do a promotion. So make sure that everyone that's attending these events that I'm going to be on, that everybody take your checkbooks, or if you have your Visa or MasterCard on file in your account, make sure that you're ready to purchase, because we are going to make a promotion. Do have a promotion just for the people that attend these meetings. So make sure that you guys are ready for that and talk to your team about it. So we're going to be on I'm going to be on the 24th in Howard, Pennsylvania. That's the Monday. The Tuesday, the June 25th, we're going to travel to Quincy, Michigan. So we have a meeting there. Also, we will have a meeting on the Wednesday at Fresno, Ohio, and on Thursday we're going to be in Baltic, Ohio. So that's going to be I'm going to be traveling with Jake and Katie Byler. We're going to have those 4 meetings, like I say, open meetings on those cities, and then Tom Senior is going to be Tom Senior and I were going to be on the Friday the 28th, we're going to be in Millersburg, Ohio, at the Berlin Resort Hotel. So that's going to be a Friday social. It's going to start at 6:30. It's going to go. We said 6:30 to 8:30, so we're gonna start at 6:30 for sure. So if you guys want to meet Tom Senior, he's going to be there. We're going to be just mingling with people, talking to everybody. So it's a great opportunity to meet him and know him in a personal level. So he's going to be there. So make sure it's in Millersburg, Ohio, okay? Because last time someone told me it was in Berlin, Ohio, and actually Thomas and I were traveling all the way up almost to Michigan because there's a Berlin, Ohio in the Michigan border. Anyway, it's in Millersburg, Ohio if you're going to put it in the GPS. That's the Friday. The Saturday, we're going to have a Mini Masters event in Wilmot, Ohio. That event is obviously with Senior and myself and some of the key leaders are going to be there, also there. That's going to start at 8:30 a.m. and goes all the way to 4:30 p.m. So that's an event that you definitely don't want to miss. To listen to Tom talk about the Mauer mission and talk about the products. And if you really want to learn the history of Sisel and how it started and how he started formulating these awesome products, out of his own mouth, please make sure that you guys attend that Saturday meeting. Like I said, we're going to have a promotion there. We will I'm pretty sure we'll be taking CBD oil to that meeting. So make sure that, like I say, bring your checkbooks or make sure that you have a Visa or MasterCard on file in your accounts so you guys can take some product with you guys during that event. So those are the meetings that we have, guys. Also, the next big event that we have, like most of you know, is Mauer Mountain, September 12th through the 14th. This is event, we've been planning this event for the last couple of months. We want to make sure that everybody's here. There's going to be tons of people from Japan, a lot of people from Vietnam. We want to make sure that the U.S. Represents also and have a great number here and make a great event so you guys can meet people from other countries and mingle and know their strategies and what they're doing and what's working for them. This event is going to be full of fun. We're going to make sure that you mingle with the executives, with the staff and everybody. Have fun, and then we have a recognition night and a training night on the last night. It's a formal evening that we have planned on that last night. So make sure that you guys go to the blog and see exactly the hotels that we have. I think we added a new hotel that you guys can stay at because we know that it's filling up fast during those times, especially in the pro area and the people that are coming. So make sure that you book your hotel as soon as possible. You can also find out how to earn your hotel and your event and your transportations for free. It's a point-based system. It depends on the recruitment, the retention, and the rank advancement. All of that information you'll find in the blog under Mauer Mountain. There's a leaderboard as well that you guys can see who's the top 50, I believe. So make sure that you guys plan on that. It's an awesome a couple days, 3 days that we have for Mauer Mountain this year and create lots of awesome memories. Also, the promotion that we have for this month of June, we finished the month of May with a Mother's Day promotion that was a huge success. Now we started with the Father's Day promotion, and last year we did like a little put together a little pack with laundry detergent and stuff like that. Guys kind of didn't like that idea a lot, But this time we did a little something different. This pack is $157, so you actually save $57 when you purchase this pack. You get 156 PV and 119 CV. It's a nice little pack that comes with a bag of Sisel Ripped. All guys, all dads want Ripped. A case of Ultramax, give us energy. A tube of Thermal, for aches and pains. I'm not saying everybody, but that's an awesome product to have. A bottle of energy for him. A bottle of Sisel shaving cream, and the one Sisel shaving brush that comes there for free. So make sure that you guys get this pack and remember Father's Day in a couple weeks and get it as soon as possible. It's available right now. That way you have enough time to send it over to your prospects, to your family members, anybody that you know that would appreciate, that needs these products, and you want to make sure that you share them with people. So it's a nice little pack that we have available for you guys here for the whole month of June, and we have another awesome promo ready for you guys for July. So make sure that you are calling customer service or checking the blog. We're sending texts and emails with the information on a regular basis. So, like I say, guys, we're super happy about the growth that we're having in Sisel. And for all this year, 2019, we want to keep going. We don't want to stop. We want to go out there. We want to be with you guys, doing event after event. So we have this month of June. If you have any other ones, give us a call, and we can plan something and make it happen for you too in other states as well. So I know we have a couple of a great call with some leaders ready to share some of their success with you guys, and we have the person that's over global sales and marketing, and this has been an awesome job, doing an awesome job with the whole direction of this of the company in sales and marketing, and the person that brought me on board, Mr. Aaron Renard. Aaron, are you there?
I am, Milo. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Perfect. Well, Milo, welcome back. I say this, folks, because I don't know how he keeps it all straight, and I appreciate it, Milo. I really do. The fact that you can come on the phone and recite all of that and let everybody know where you're going, where Tom Sr.'s going, what events are coming up, what promotions, and then all of the things happening around Sisel. It's absolutely perfect, and I sure appreciate everything you do as our North American Director of Sales. And it's great, folks, for you guys to realize Milo's going to be out there traveling throughout Midwest to East, and literally I want you to think about this. Number one, you get to see Milo. Number two, why would you not put on your calendar, if you're within a certain number of states, to go see the founder of this incredible company, to go see the man that started the mission, to go see the person that literally said, I'm going to change people's lives, literally one person at a time, and help them understand where they need to be in order for them to have the right type of attitude, the right type of opportunity, and to be prepared for that opportunity as it comes along. And so you have a chance to see both of these men standing in front of you in Ohio at the end of this month, and I don't know why you wouldn't be there. So I'm just throwing that out again. I know Milo hit on it. He hit on Mauer Mountain, why you wouldn't come out and spend time with the executives, with the staff, with those people that are behind the scenes day to day, with those people that you hear their names and you want to know what their faces look like. You want to give them a squeeze and a handshake to thank them for the hard work they do internally to make sure that you guys can do what you do externally. So everybody, we're just one great big team. And again, Milo, thank you so much for bringing everybody on this call tonight. And what a great call, folks. I'm telling you, as we think about what's going on right now, as Milo talked about, we are just astounded with, sometimes even dumbfounded. We think, geez, it just keeps on growing. Everything continues to keep on happening, and we continue to see great successes as we go along. So I'm excited about the call tonight, and I'm going to jump right into it because everybody needs to realize that at the end of the month, we have a big push. And it happens with every great leader. Every great leader goes out and really starts working the phones, the text messages, the emails, going door to door, literally doing everything they can to help people achieve the goals and the successes that they set out to achieve the month coming into that month that they're currently in. And so when you think about it, let's say we're talking about May, you've got this big push, this big run up to the end of the month. And I love it because I start seeing these frantic, frenetic energy messages that start coming across my phone and private messages and WhatsApp and Line and Viber and all these different means of social relations that are out there as people start reaching out saying, Aaron, here's what's happening, here's how we're going to get there, here's how we're going to do it. And, I think about that because activity drives activity, and it's the things that we're doing on a daily basis that will help us get to the end of the month in a place where we expected to be. I heard Jenny Lovett jump on the phone earlier today or earlier this evening, and I think to myself, last time I was in Australia, we talked. We had a chance for about 3.5 hours as we drove from Albury over to Melbourne, and as we had that chance, we talked a little bit about the business and about the structure and about the activity, and everything we talked about, she just said, you got it, I'm going to go do it. And you see it in her numbers. And so when we talk about these things, These are the day-to-day activities that have to happen in order for us to have the success and meet the goals that we've set out. If you're not setting your goals on a monthly basis, you really need to take a step back. And after tonight, I hope you will, because we've got some of the greatest leaders within Sisel right now, within the United States of America, in Canada, that are going to be on the phone tonight, that are going to talk a little bit about where their head's at as it relates to the end of the month. What activities do they do on the way up to the end of the month? What things are they doing to become successful? How are they helping people achieve those goals? So when we talk about that, first person that I want to bring on the call tonight is Ray Hutchison. Ray's got an incredible organization, just a great big team, but here's the deal. Ray is out on the road all the time. I know that tonight it's his little boy Liam's birthday, and so he's taking a step out of that birthday party. And Ray, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I'm not going to belabor this because I want you to get back to the party, and I want you to only take maybe 2 or 3 minutes and just state what is it that you're doing on a daily basis to get people to the end of the month, to the goals and to the expectations that they have, so that you can support them all the way through, but also give them the energy, give them the confidence, and give them the support that they need to achieve what it is that they're trying to achieve. I know you just gotten back from being out of your city, of course, out of your state for a number of days. Ray, what is it that you do? Help people understand so that they can take notes and start doing the same thing. Ray Hutchison, welcome to the call.
Hey, good evening, Aaron, and I appreciate such a warm welcome. I would first say that, it's funny because I just had someone, I had my little boy's 5th birthday. I just got back, and I'm getting back in the car to drive 10 hours and to do Florida over the weekend. I've committed myself this year, for those of you that know me, I'm going to blatantly put it out there. I've been in Sisel for 7.5 years. I made a comment when I was living in the basement, didn't have a pot to you-know-what and a window to throw it out in because there's literally no windows in the basement. But I did believe in this. I know we've gone through some changes that any one of the Mowers around would come on and say, hey, we're a company like everybody else. We've had our ups and downs. We've never been stronger. We've never been more unified. For those of you that think that you have to not be unified, now's the time to unify all of us. We're under one roof. This is the Mauer mission. This is Sisel International, Science, Innovation, Success, Energy, Longevity. I'm on the road. Someone made a call today to me and said, hey, you don't come on the road with me. I said, well, you know what? I don't notice that you're on the road, so don't call me if you're not on the road. The bottom line is this. You create what you want. I made a decision coming into this year, no excuses, no matter what I had going on, no matter what anybody else had going on, Aaron, because I realized how important this was. I realized what we have in our hands is such a great opportunity. What are we doing with it? I mean, I have no room to speak. 7.5 years, I now know, and I've always known this, by the way, but I hold one of the greatest opportunities I've ever known, from New York, where I grew up in Long Island, to North Carolina, where I live, to Florida, where I live, to Colorado, where I live. You do what you want to do with this. This is what the freedom part is. I chose in the beginning of this year. I will travel more in 2019, and this isn't about me. This is about what I want to talk about tonight to all people, to all countries, to all whatever. I have a 5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. One just turned 5 tonight. And then one guy came up to me and says, why do you get on calls? It's your son's birthday. You were just away. I said, you know what? Because I truly believe he just turns 5 today. In 13 more years from now, I will be 63. I will pass this among him. Whatever he wants to do in life, Sisel will be part of his life. Sisel is part of his upbringing. He's been drinking for Croydon since he's 1. But I made a recommitment, Aaron, as you know, and so do the Mowers, and so do my partners. Every one of my partners know that I said I will go on the road more this year than I ever have in the 7.5 years. Why? Because people need it. And I need to fulfill what I said 7.5 years ago, to get to as many people as possible, regardless of the outcome. And DW reminded me of that this morning when he talked about how I called him and asked for opinion. I'll get to my point. We need to start asking people their opinions. Why? It's called respect. When I asked somebody their opinion, I said, I'd love to get your opinion, Mr. Jones. I met you 5 minutes ago. I'd love to get your opinion because it means a lot to me. And it does. It means a lot to me. If someone I just met, I'd love to have their opinion of what it means of being Sisel safe. What is that? Well, detoxifying your home of things, being a little bit more aware of what we can do rather than what we can't do, be a little bit more aware of the prevention rather than we wait till something's wrong. I'm like, we hold the greatest opportunity that I've ever seen. And for all of you on the phone, listen, I'm one of you. You are my partners. I don't care whether you're in the same bloodline. We need to talk about what are we doing here. We have a chance here, each and every one of us, to take this company to a level. And I'm not here to bash any other company, But I don't know of any other company that is toxin-free, chemical-free, has the passion, has the mission, or has the management that we have. And like I said, I'll be the first to say on a recorded call, we've had our ups and downs. So does every other company. Most companies that had their ups and downs are down and out. They no longer exist. We're stronger today, as Aaron would say, or Milo would say, or any of the Mouse would say. Our numbers, if I'm not mistaken, Aaron, we doubled in the United States last year. We're here to grow. In Australia, we're going to grow. I'm with someone tonight that's from Australia, and they said, I'm in. Tell me what I got to do from here back there to my peeps. I said, no problem. We start with looking at your home here in the United States and saying, what are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? What do we do from there? And it all starts with how do we handle each month? And I'm giving you play-by-play by what I do. I've been out on the road. I was out on Memorial Day. People were like, oh, you didn't spend home. I said, no, me and Laura Bacini were out there. It's not a he said, she said. You know what? If you want to come in the company and do nothing but introduce it to a couple of people, that's what's great about this. It's something for everybody. But if you're sitting here on tonight's call and saying, you know what? I can't control myself. I can't. My little son just got cake all over his face. Aaron, you'd appreciate this. And someone said, oh, my God, it's a mini Braveheart. Because it was a blue cake, a Carvel ice cream cake for those of you in the north. And he had the blue on his forehead and his cheeks. And she goes, the woman from Australia, she goes, oh, my God, freedom. He looks like a mini William Wallace. You related to William Wallace. I said, I don't know if I am or I'm not. But God knows I'll fight like him. Fight for something that we believe in. And that's what we have here. And I have the pictures to prove it. Just so none of you think that I'm wishy-washy here. I got a little William Wallace in my hands tonight with a Carvel ice cream cake. For those of you who know that. But the bottom line is this. What are we going to do to get there? Ask people their opinion. Aaron, I often find out, like, people are calling me, even from Wisconsin, saying, that was one of the best things I've ever been to. What do I do next? I'm like, great, calm down, relax, realize what you have, realize in 5 minutes or less you can explain this company. Toxin-free, chemical-free, here's a catalog. I don't know a lot, but I know it's important. And I know that this is the future. So how do we make a month? I'm old school. I will admit that. I'm more of the guy that builds on the first. I'm getting stronger in my old ways, but my old ways hasn't changed. When I start on the first of the month, I start talking. As we get to the 25th of the month, we got to start closing. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and I'll use that. That's an old sales adage, and I'm not here to be a salesperson. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, we talked about it for 2 weeks. We talked about it for 7 days. What do you think? Are you going to start the next month on day one, chemical-free, toxic-free, dealing with maybe some pain that you're having? Maybe it's a CBD issue. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's hemp. Maybe it's something we have that makes you feel better. Or are we going to start thinking preventive? When I start thinking about what we have, Aaron, it's a no-brainer. It's not cell phones. It's not car batteries. It's not an additive to fuel. Not everybody drives. But the bottom line is we have something that fits into everybody's lifestyle. And I always tell everybody, you don't have to quit your job. You don't have to quit what you're doing if you love it. Sisel fits into your life no matter how you would like it to. You want it to fit into your personal health and growth? Great. Make it part of your life. Detoxify your whole home. Feel better about how you're doing. If you have kids or your grandparents and you have grandchildren and you have your kids that don't know about this yet, educate them. Educate them. If nothing else, maybe they go to another company and buy something else. That's okay. Don't be mad. They're going to come back. You're looking at a catalog, and like one woman just called me today. She goes, I really looked through the catalog. She happens to be a nurse in Wisconsin. She's like, oh, my God, I want all these products. I said, so you're probably going to ask me next, how do you build a business so you can afford all these products with your 3 children at home? She goes, that's exactly what I was going to ask. How do I get to that point where the products are paid for in my home and I now have that? And then from there, I'm going to build a business so I can go to the next level and share with people because I want freedom. I said, freedom is a wonderful thing. I said, here's how you do it. You do exactly what you've been doing. Get me on the phone with somebody, talk to somebody. And see, that's the process, Aaron. I think we sometimes forget what can be created in a month is unbelievable. But we got to at least spend, whether it's day 1 of the month, 2, 3, 4, 5, make a goal for yourself. Set a goal that says, here's the month of June. We're at June 3rd, my son's 5th birthday, right? That's how I'm going to remember it. But also know there's 2 people I talked to today. They said, I'm at my son's birthday. I can't take a lot of time. And as a lot of you fathers know, you're going to get scolded. I already have eyes looking at me. I already have people coming here. I'm like, is this business more important than your kids? I said, no, but it is part of who my kids are. I said, because of this business, I have my kids. They said, wow, you'll have to tell us about that another time. Exactly. It's my story. But the bottom line is, guys, what we can create in a month by the simplicity of asking someone their opinion of what they think about toxic-free, chemical-free, what they think about a video of the Maurer mission where you have all the Maurers come together in the back of a pickup truck, basically saying, here we are for you, or maybe a video of Aaron narrating through the tour of the facility. Come on. It's less than 7 minutes of someone's time. I've used those 2 videos in the last 2 months, and everybody said, wow, I'm interested. Whoa. So what is this? What do we got? And I just think it's important we start thinking about what we have in our hands and how we learn to get people to that point. Get on the products. Talk to people. Let's move it forward. We're not selling them something that's bad for them. We're actually selling them something that's preventive, something that's good for them, something that's promising, something that represents freedom. What are we so afraid of? And I say this as I look in the mirror, looking back at myself, saying this is not something. I made a commitment in 2019 that I would go hard or go home. For my kids' sake, it doesn't matter what my reasons are. You have to ask you what your reasons are. But know that after 7.5 years, I can speak for myself at least. What we have here, and Laura was just on the road. I mean, she knows. I know Joe King's on the road right now somewhere. I'm just mentioning people that are on the road. People's lives are going to be affected, but because of what we do. And the bottom line is don't be afraid to ask them to get these products in their home and start using them. Give you. I ask people, give me 90 days to get on these products and the education that comes along with it. And so I think, Aaron, like I know 2018 we doubled in the United States. I can't speak for Australia, even though I love you guys and Europe and everybody else. We can all do this together. We're one company. There is no one leg, one term, whatever you guys want. We're all under the Sisel International umbrella, and we work together. And I'll be damned if I ever see a day where we're all going to cross each other. I'll get in that ring with everybody. We are here for each other and together, and that's the way it's treated. Now is the time to come together. All you have to do is pick up a newspaper anyway and realize what's going on around you. We have something positive to bring forward. So be proud, be Sisel, get out there, have fun. That's the biggest thing. Aaron, I tell her, have fun. Milo gets out of the answer. Have fun with people. There are no separation here. You don't have an accent, we have an interpreter. You're not sure of something, we can read it twice. We can figure it out. But this is important, and I can tell you that this is more important today than it was 7.5 years ago when I came into it. It's the future. And we are lucky and privileged to have a company like this that we can belong to, that we can do this. Because our freedoms are fought for every day with or without us. And so here's our chance to fight for the people that need their health, need their freedom. And I think to not ask for the business, I'm past that. I don't know about the rest of you. I'm past that. Give me your opinion. Let's go. Here's my number. Call me. I'm moving on to the next. I'm going to talk to everybody. So if someone doesn't get back to me, it's only going to be a little bit of a time. They're going to say, wow, he talked to my whole neighborhood. Yeah, I did. Because anybody who's in front of me, I'm going to talk to. Because who wouldn't want this knowledge? Who wouldn't want grandchildren, people that have this, Aaron, not to have this? And, guys, I took more time than I wanted to. But clearly around my 5-year-old and all these little kids that are around me tonight and the parents, and I see they need something, all of them said, hey, can we get some of these products? So I didn't want to make it a Sisel birthday, but it became a Sisel birthday because of the fact of what they saw around them. And I asked them all their opinion. Hey, you're from Australia. What's your opinion? We got to live healthier. I'm like, okay, how are you doing it? So, Aaron, back to you. I hope that makes sense. But, guys, you can set your calendar from day one, start working toward it. At the end of the month, say, hey, how are we starting off the new month, Mr. and Mrs. Jones? What are we doing to get you the freedom you want? What are we doing to protect you? How are we getting you preventive? How are we stopping you from maybe you're in a little pain, maybe our products can help? I'm not making any promises, but it's worth a shot. As one woman said, I'll try anything for my daughter last week on the road, anything. I said, all right, here's what I have. Give me your opinion. I pray and hope this works for your daughter, and if it does, she goes, if it does, I'm going to tell the world. If it doesn't, thank you for reaching out because most people don't do that. There you go. Period. What are we afraid of?
Well, Ray, thank you so much. And, of course, again, as I mentioned earlier, thanks so much for jumping out of your boys' party, and I'm glad that it was a success. And folks, I hope you're taking notes because Ray is not the only guy that's going to talk. We're going to talk about a number of others. So, Ray, get back to your party, get back to your kids, get back to your family, and have a wonderful night. And, again, thank you for stepping out and doing this call. You know, we've got Amanda Koblenz on, and Amanda is just absolutely just running right now. I know there's no slowing you down, Amanda, but one of the things that I love is that it's just about activity, and I know that you've got the activity, your team that comes together. You guys are very united. You guys work together closely, and you continue to put plans in place, calendared events, and as a result, you're having great success. Amanda, what is it that you're doing as it comes to the end of the month? And as you're driving all the way through the month, what is it that's having the biggest impact on you and your team? Welcome to the call, Amanda Koblenz.
Thanks for having me, and what a great call. You know, I was thinking as I was listening to everyone, you know, why wouldn't we want to be a part of this? And all of the things that you guys give to us to use as tools to go out there and share with people. But I want to speak to some of the new people tonight because I haven't been in this industry too long, and I remember when I got started, I did not realize the importance of a goal until I realized what I wanted to achieve. And with this company, if you know what you have your hands on and you're a product of the product, and you start going out there and sharing with people and truly listening to them, asking their opinion, as Ray was saying, and you represent to them what we have our hands on, the products are going to do what they're supposed to do. Joe King says this all the time: we don't have a miracle product, but we have products that do what they're supposed to do. And that is what's been happening. People on my team cannot keep their mouth shut because of what they are experiencing. And that is why I'm seeing growth. But, it all starts with finding someone, going out there, and just marking down events on your calendar. Mark your calendar. And I treat the first 2 weeks of every single month like they are the last 2 weeks of the month, because I'm out there and I'm contacting people. I want to set up meetings, and then the last 2 months are busy doing follow-up, follow-through, sharing the promotion, sharing what Sisel is offering, and that's basically what I do. I keep it very, very simple, but I keep it very fun, and I find out what I'm passionate about, and I love meetings. I love one-on-ones. I love going out there meeting people, and that is what I do. And that's what's been happening. So my team's been duplicating that. I'm just very grateful to be here with you guys, and I appreciate everything you guys are doing, Aaron, and that's basically what I do. Back to you.
Amanda, thank you so much, and I appreciate you speaking to the new people, because I think, in my opinion, at least my belief is that the new people are really the ones that we're watching right now. We're needing to support you. We're needing to nurture you along and give you the coaching and the mentoring that is absolutely so important and so imperative. And, of course, Amanda, that is that drive and that desire that you have to help others, and especially those new people coming in, because you've got a lot of people breaking ranks. You've got a lot of people earning some income, and that's so exciting for people, especially when they're standing on the values of these incredible products. Somebody that had a great mentor, somebody that had a great coach growing up, somebody that really grew up in the industry is a person by the name of Dominic Bacchini. Dominic, if you wouldn't mind, literally in 2 minutes, 3 minutes max, just tell your story real quick about your decision to drop out of the corporate world, or the union world, or the engineering world, and take a step into this full-time, move out to California with your family. And obviously you and your brother live separately, but you guys living on the beach and enjoying this incredible business and helping so many people. But when I see you, you're not in California. You're always somewhere else. So tell everybody what it takes to get there, and what you've done, obviously, to become so successful. And you've had a great, great mentor and coach in your mother, Laura Bacchini. Welcome to the call, Dominic.
Hey, Aaron, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate the opportunity to share. I'll definitely try to get this in 3 minutes. Sisel is an incredible opportunity. I've been involved in network marketing and direct sales myself since I've been 17 years old. I just recently turned 36. I've actually had a couple of good mentors, great mentors in my career, one of them being my mother, and also one of my long-standing friends, DW. They've both taught me so much about this industry and how to be successful in it. So following what they've led me to do and help so many people to do. And, of course, my mom's always on the road, so that sets a great example. But it's incredible. Like I said, I'm 36. I was in the electricians union. I used to make over 6 figures. If I worked a bunch of overtime, I could get 150, 160. And through this business, working with a team of people and following a pretty basic set of things that you need to do to be successful in direct sales and network marketing, I've been able to accumulate a bit of a team. And I can't really take any credit specifically for the way that things happen. It's just a bunch of people moving. The reason why it's good to close out the month strong is because an object in motion tends to stay in motion, and if you get enough people moving, you basically have a perpetual energy machine. And success can be defined as the ongoing realization of a worthy ideal. And I think what the Mauers have put in motion with the Mauer mission, we can all piggyback our way to success on that. And that they didn't do that without planning and purpose and setting goals along the way. So the reason why it's important for us to set goals is that most of the people that I talk to in this business, outside of this business, not really money motivated. They're grateful for what you have, but understand that you do deserve more, and to those who have, more will be given. But the reason why you want to set goals is, one, because that goal shows faith in the abundance that you have the opportunity to tap into, but most importantly, you get your action plan. And once you have that action plan, you need to know you have exactly what you need to do moving forward to hit those goals. Thought plus energy gives structure to everything. And so, success is the ongoing realization of a worthy ideal. And what could be more of a worthy ideal than getting people healthy, getting people happy, and helping people get wealthy? We have an incredible opportunity here with what the Mowers have set in motion and what Aaron works so hard every day for us to continue to do, and Milo, all the hard work that he does as well. We have an incredible opportunity. So at 36 years old, I was able to leave a job behind that paid roughly $150,000 a year with all the overtime, benefits, pension, all that stuff, because I was able to match that income, not because of anything that I'm so spectacular at, but we do have a worthy ideal, and I've been given a pretty basic set of things to follow. So I just try to teach my team to do those things, and I think that's about 3 minutes there, Aaron. So thank you for the opportunity to share. I appreciate you and the company, and it's been definitely a life-changing occurrence for me. So thank you.
Well, Dominic, thank you. And again, folks, I think there are some very structured pieces that you hear in Dominic's voice. I mean, he's very thought-driven. He's very motivated. He's focused. And again, it's about putting a plan in place and then working that plan. It's not about just saying, I hope this works. You really have to move forward. You really have to dig in and get very focused. And those optics can help you get there. And, of course, again, thanks for being on the call. We've got Jackie Christensen coming up. And, Jackie, you have literally, I don't even know how to explain it, but you have this ability to bring in a lot of people. You have this ability to work with your teams and to be able to really focus and help them achieve the things that they weren't sure that they could achieve, just based on the fact that maybe in the world that we're in, they just haven't been able to get there. But you've been able to give them that, and through that, you have had great success. How do you do it, Jackie? What is your secret sauce? What happens on a daily basis that helps you get to that end of the month, and maybe you can coach everybody on the call?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me on the call. I'm in great company, thoroughly enjoying the call myself and taking notes. I'm really excited about Sisel still after 7.5 years, also like Ray. And the reason I mention that is because a lot of people come in with a lot of enthusiasm and energy and excitement at the very beginning, and then you check in with them 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, it's not there anymore. The level has dropped. And one thing that is just so important, you can't put a price on it, you can't undervalue it at all, and that is your enthusiasm and your excitement, because it has energy, and that energy is what drives you. And you can have a conversation with someone, whether it's a prospect or whether it's someone in your downline, and you can get them energized just by sharing your own enthusiasm and commitment and drive. It's contagious, isn't it? Enthusiasm and energy is contagious. Now, I mention that because it's such a strong part of your business. Have you guys heard of ignorance on fire? You probably have, or you've probably done it yourself or witnessed it. It means you're so excited about something, you don't know the details, you don't know the ingredients, you don't know the nitty-gritty, you don't know most of what you're doing with regard to Sisel, but you sure know you're excited about it, and you sure know that you enjoyed hearing a call or two with Tom Maurer on the phone, or one of the wake-up calls, or you watched a video that someone sent you, and that's what gave you the impetus to join the company, right, to take that step. So you can't underestimate the power in that. They say 7% of communication is actually the words. 93% is your energy, and it's your body language. So that's what people pick up on. So don't worry about being perfect. Just make sure that you are excited about what you have to offer. And like Ray said, we have something huge in our hands right now. And if you realize the opportunity that you have in your hands, that you won't waste it. We can help people with their health that want to be customers. We can help people with their health and create some income if they're interested in the business. But when I started thinking about closing out the month strong, and really I kind of broke down your question, Aaron, about, how do you achieve that which you set your mind to? at the beginning of the month? Well, you have to plan it. Number one is you have to plan what you want to happen. So here we are at the beginning of June. What do you want to happen this month? How do you want to close out the month? So you have to start early. As soon as the previous month is over, set the plan of what you want to happen. And number two is you have to believe it, right? You have to believe that it will happen. Let's say you want to get to 3-star. You've been at 2-star for a while. You have to believe that you can hit 3-star that very month. And it will happen by the activities that you will do. You also have to expect for it to happen. So you have to write it down. That's step number 3. So step 1, plan. Step 2, believe it. Step 3, write it down and put it somewhere where you see it every day. I was stuck at a rank until last month. And so I got my pink sticky note. I stuck it on my computer, my desktop, and I put I am a blank star for the month of May. And then I went ahead and set my goal for June as well. So every day I saw it. So make sure that you not just write it down. You have to read it at least once a day. Actually read it out loud once a day. Number 4 is you have to share it. Share your goal for the month with your sponsor, with your upline, whoever you work closely with. And they can help you create the activity. And also they can help you with accountability. They can help you with motivation. Sometimes you might get discouraged. If you're working with your upline, with your sponsor on a regular basis, they will help you. It's so much more fun to do it together, and it increases your chance of likelihood that you're going to get there if you're doing it with someone else. So don't do it alone. Number 5 is action. You need to take the daily steps to get there. That comes down to your inviting, sharing or presenting, following up, and then signing up your new distributor, signing up your new customer, doing the training and that sort of thing. Number 6 is staying connected with your upline so they can help you throughout the month, right? They can keep you on track. They can keep you creative because sometimes we run out of people to talk to, or at least we think we do. Or we think we can't think of another person to talk to, or we just lose our creativity. We kind of hit a wall. But if you're working with your upline, they can actually help you expand your list. So your list is expansive and it's never ending. Also, the 3-way, they can help you with the 3-way calls and with the sign-ins, and you don't have to carry the whole load. That's the wonderful part about this business is that we do it together as a team. No one person has to do it all. So lean into your upline. They enjoy it. You're actually helping them too, remember, because this is a multi-level marketing company. And lastly, number 7 is during the last week, and you know this, Erin, because what you said at the beginning of the call, it all happens. It all comes together. The last 3 or 4 days, it's kind of crazy. I usually clear my schedule, and I expect to work longer hours. I expect more phone calls. That's all I do, and I know better. And if you have the ability, if you've recruited a lot of people that month, you've recruited a lot of customers that month, what I do is I share. I share those. So you have 30 days to move people that you've personally recruited. You can do it in your back office under People Mover and move those people to the people in your downline that are doing the most. I reward people that work hard and that are in action. They just need the encouragement, and that way we're double blessed, right? I get blessed for bringing the person in, and then so do they because they get to count that volume that I've moved that person under them toward their total volume that counts toward their rank. So don't just sign a bunch of customers in and keep them all to yourself. Spread the wealth. Spread the love. For the customers that you move, again, you have 30 days, but you can't do it under People Mover. You have to send in an email to customer service, csplacement@sisel.net. So that's what I do. So as an upline, you want to check and see what's going on in your downline. You want to make sure you have the right amount of legs. In fact, at the beginning of the month, let's say you want to be that 3-star, make sure that person 1 and 2, they're on track and they've got their 200 PV, because 1 stars and above need to have 200 PV, at least 50 from their own purchase and 150 of customer volume, or they can do it all themselves. But help them, show them what they need to do. And then for that third leg, decide who it's going to be that month that you're going to help get to 1 star, because for a 3-star distributor, master distributor, you need 3 1-star legs, at least 1-star legs. So you want to single out who is it you're going to help that month, who has the most volume, who's really been working hard, and then go and help that person get to 1 star. Well, when you turn around, that extra the person that you help get to 1 star just so happens to help you get to 3-star and meet your goal. So that's it. Just think about who you can help each month. You try to help as many people as you can every day, and just keep re-energizing your team and be there and try to support as many people as you can on your team. So anyway, thank you, Aaron, for having me on the call. Good night, everyone.
Hey, Jackie, thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the fact that there are certain things, there are certain little recipes and ingredients that need to happen on a daily, weekly basis. And just like that, you guys heard Jackie go through each individual step that she uses. Each of you can go back and listen to this call again and take those same steps and actually do exactly what she's doing. And I don't care if you're just starting out, as Amanda talked to you earlier, if you've been around for a bit, as Ray's talked to you earlier, if you've got Dominic who talked to you a little bit about being succinct and really working your plan. Really do the things that are necessary for you to have a good experience, but to help others. What I love that Jackie just said is it's about helping those people in your organization. If they're just getting started, they may not know exactly what they're doing. They may not know exactly what they need to do on a daily basis. And I'll tell you, so again, Jackie, thank you for being on the call. And I want to bring on a person that I've had the opportunity to work with very closely over the last 2 years, a person who has done a lot in the industry, who's been a very, very successful person, but is here at Sisel, is focused on building Sisel, is doing all the things that are necessary for us to have success here at Sisel, and his team is thriving as a result. As a matter of fact, it wasn't too long ago that his group was the fastest growing group. About a year and a half ago, they were just absolutely on fire, but I know it's because of the type of person that Jerry Shaw is. So, Jerry, I want to welcome you to the call. I certainly appreciate you being on the call tonight. And just take people through in a couple of minutes, what is it that you do on a daily, weekly, and then end of the monthly basis to help people achieve those great successes and goals that they're looking for? Jerry, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Aaron. I really appreciate being here. It's an honor to share this stage with such accomplished leaders, and I really appreciated each one of them, and each one of them gave points and gave keys that I have trained upon and believe in. And so I don't want to repeat what others said because it's so valuable, and I don't want to take anything away from them, but they are shining examples, each one of them in certain ways. Gosh, Ray, you can just feel his why, and he had his family there, his son there, and the birthday, huge why. Right on down the list, Amanda was giving an example of just massive action, and that's one thing that happens, success happens because of it, massive action. Dominic, a plan, you create a plan and you work that plan. And you've got to have your why and take massive action. So each thing begets the other. And Jackie gave us a training. Unbelievable. Congratulations, Jackie. That was awesome. What I do, Aaron, is I really try to pinpoint who the leaders are. Who the people are in the organization, whether I've personally enrolled them or someone else has personally enrolled them. And I encourage people to learn your back office. Figure out where the volume is coming from and isolate where that volume is. Who are the leaders in your team, and reach out to them. And it's a good time to connect and find out their why. So I'm big on whys because we have a goal, and sometimes those goals or in a certain part of our mind that it's like a wish, and there are certain ways to take that goal and make it more than a wish, including writing it down, like Jackie said, and repeating it every day. That's part of it. But sometimes, like financial freedom might be a goal, but there's part of your brain that says, who am I to ever achieve that? I've never achieved it. I don't know anyone. No one in my family has achieved it. And so you're already beating yourself up putting yourself down. That's typical of the world. And what happens then? You throw in the towel because you lose faith. I get people centered on their why out of the gate. If I can isolate a leader, and let's say they've enrolled a couple of people, let's say they're starting to produce some volume in their group, and let's say they're getting close to master or master builder or 1-star, you work out with them how to do that. But first of all, you ask them, why is it important? Why did you join Sisel? And you get an answer from them. And the answer usually is something that they're not really in touch with, like, well, I really would like a new car, or I really would want to take a vacation. And the next question comes in, and it's always the same, why is that important? And you see, it takes usually the third or the fourth, why is that important, to really rock them, to get them to the place where they understand why they get up in the morning. A lot of people don't. They don't understand that. Or why they joined Sisel. And if you're not in touch with your why, you look at taking massive action, and then it starts to look, the bowling league or the baseball or the TV program or other things become more important. Not more important, but those distractions are an excuse because you're not connected with your why. And a why always revolves around something bigger than you. Oftentimes it's family. Sometimes it's your mission in life. Sometimes it's your legacy. But it's bigger than you are. And your why has the power to bring you to tears. For me, it's my family. So I keep a picture of my family close by, and I take action around that on a daily basis, and I will not let them down. See, that's my why. And I can have multiple goals built upon that one why, and I will keep taking action. Even if those goals might seem unrealistic, I'm not going to let my why down. And that's super important. So if you're isolating your leaders and you're finding out what their why is, then you come up with the action plan around that, and then you're helping them get to master, master builder, 1-star. Let's say you're helping someone get to 1-star. Well, they've got a couple of people that they've enrolled that would like to get to master. See, so you work from the bottom up. So let's work with those masters, get a couple of those people to master, and you're going to get to 1-star. And like Jackie said, then that ends up helping you. So that's the thing I love about network marketing, is it's developing belief that people oftentimes in the world have lost or never had. It's helping them develop leadership. It's helping them become more than they ever would have been able to, because we do it as a team, we do it together, and it's about people helping people. And finally, just a quick plug, I tell you what, I'm here in Colorado, and I've tried CBD products, and I'm a holistic doctor, and I saw the research early on, so I've tried a lot of different CBD products, and even though there were a lot of studies, a year ago about 1,500, now almost 7,000, so I knew that it had tremendous merit, but I couldn't get results from any of these products in the marketplace. But wow, Sisel's, it's so typical of Sisel. They don't have to be first to market, but they will be best. Thank you, Tom Maurer Sr. We have amazing products right down the line, and I just want to tout right across the board. I'm so grateful and so thankful. And yes, we have the opportunity of a lifetime, and it's up to us to communicate it and build toward that month end, helping people achieve rank. 2 weeks before the end of the month, I'm really isolating on who's close to those ranks and then communicating with those folks. Thank you, Aaron. Really appreciate the opportunity to share and share this stage with such great folks.
Well, Jerry, thank you so much. And again, folks, I think the recap was perfect because, of course, Jerry hit on a number of aspects that each individual had talked about prior to him coming on. But that big push was the why. And when we look at the why, you're absolutely right, Jerry. There's no question that people look at a little bit differently their lives if they understand why. Why is it? What is that purpose behind what's driving them to even be on this call tonight? Think about it, folks. You're on the call tonight. Why? What is it that brought you to the call? That's just as simple as saying, why are you on this call? Why are you doing the business? Why are you out trying to help people? Why is it that you need to make an extra income? Why is it that you need to get healthier? Why is it that you want the social relationship? So, Jerry, you hit it right on the head. Thank you so much for being on the call, and you're in great company. Trust me. If everybody really knew who you are, they would absolutely say the same about you. So, Jerry, thanks again for being on the call. Joe King, I know that you've been out nonstop traveling lately. I know this for a fact because I get to hear it from the little birdies that are out there with you as you guys are bouncing around from city to city and state to state, and sometimes house to house and village to village and town to town. So, Joe King, what is it that drives you on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to help those people that you're going out to visit and teaching them those basic trade secrets, those basic tools for success? What is it that you're doing? Joe King, welcome to the call.
Hey, Aaron, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfect.
I was outside, and I actually came in the motel room, and I told Amanda to tell me when they call on me, so I'm not sure. But I was listening for like 45 minutes. But anyways, I'm not sure what to say from what everybody else said, but what I do believe is when you bring a new person into the business, you need to help them become successful because that's what they expect. That's when they're highly motivated. And also, if you give them a challenge or a goal, is to help them reach that. Make it simple enough that they can actually reach it. That's one of the strongholds that I think. And people usually say, I mean, you would actually go to New York to do a one-on-one, or you would go to Tennessee to do a one-on-one. I said, yes, I would, because you never know whether that person's going to help the next 1,000.
Well, Joe, I only throw this out because here's what I do know. I do know that you go and do these one-on-ones. I do know that you go and help a number of individuals in different parts of the U.S. that you can get to that literally have come back and said, I just can't tell you how much I appreciate Joe King. So, Joe, thanks for all you do. Thanks for being out on the road. Thanks for taking care of your people. And, of course, all of those people become our people as a big, giant team. So thanks for being one of those great team leaders out there. Joe King, thanks for being on the call.
You're so welcome, and thanks for having me on the call. And, everything that I do, I learn from somebody else, and I'm still out there learning.
Well, you're absolutely, and that's what I'm doing is I'm taking notes tonight too, folks. So, Joe, thanks for being on the call. Take care and be safe in your travels. Well, folks, as our final speaker tonight, Laura Bacchini, I can tell you that I always make the joke that if you want to stay busy, just follow Laura Bacchini around. There's no question that there's probably, and I really hate to even say this because I don't know everybody's schedules, but I can tell you that Laura is one of the busiest people that I've ever met. If you want to look on the calendar and say, hey, where's Laura going to be? I can tell you that I don't think you can keep up with her. I really don't. There's no question. So, again, Joe, thanks for being on the call. And Laura, when you come up on the end of the month, one of the things that I love, and I've got it from a few people, I wish I had it more from more people, but you are one that has absolutely done this every single month that you've been here at Sisel. And you do it like clockwork. I know that the last about 3 or 4 days of the month, I'm going to get a number, a tally so far, and what you're expecting to hit at the end of the month. And those are your goals. Those are your dreams. That's your desire. And then you push like nobody I've ever seen. So how do you help push people towards the end of the month, through the end of the month, so that they don't stop there? They continue to set that goal for the next month and the next month and the next month, because I love the updates. I love getting the information. Laura Bacchini, welcome to the call.
This has been absolutely positively my ultimate favorite Sisel Connect call ever, I think. Not to say the other ones weren't great, but I'm just sitting here. I'm on like 4 pages of notes, so excited listening to everybody. But that's it. It's the energy. And as you're listening to each person that was on the call, everyone has such a strong passion, and everyone's diverse and unique and does things different, but the same thing keeps coming through with everybody, always learning what's your why, training, planning, action. And that's kind of what I do at the end of the month. I love it. But you have to start, with the end result in mind, but you have to go back to the beginning and how do you get there. And so at the beginning of the month is where I really start, and where are you and where are you going, and find out who's trying to hit master builder, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. And I never even worry about myself because I know there's that saying, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll end up where you want. And so sit down, take the time to really think about it, but not only think about it, plan it. Oftentimes people think about it, but they never get the plan in place. And it's, early in the month, you have plenty of time. And so what are the actions you have to take daily and weekly to get there? And I know I could repeat everything that everybody said because it's in my notes to remember, but honestly, we're all on the same page, and it's seeing it, believing it, drawing it out. And just as an example, because if you do 1 star, all you have to do is double it, triple it, quadruple it to get to each of the next stars. But 1 star, if you think about it, what does that look like? For someone who's never reached it, seems so far away. But that's just 20 people doing $250 or 25 people doing $200. So how do you get those people? And it doesn't matter whether they're customers or distributors. So the actions are what everybody's always saying, what do we have to do? And I always encourage everybody to listen to the daily call, whether it's, recorded or live, because you're with like-minded people who are doing what you're doing. And I always learn one new thing each time. And so the calls are so helpful, but talk and taste, business presentations, one-on-ones, phone calls, team calls, product calls, newsletters, company specials, personal specials, fairs, vendors markets, flea markets, group networking, all of that activity, keeping yourself connected all along the way. And then each week, at the end of each week, or do it Sunday night. That's like my favorite time. How did I do this week? What do I have to do next week? And so I check on how everybody's doing and who do I need to help. And call your people mid-month and find out, who's halfway or who's close. Encourage them, share ideas on how to reach, help them book those talk and tastes. If somebody can't leave their house to do a business presentation or a talk and taste, book a phone call, do it by a conference call, because they can gather people by phone or have a living room full of people, and you can speak by speakerphone. So there's don't worry about if you can't get there physically, make it happen, just get creative. And then the third week is where that momentum, that excitement, that energy, that it's a synergy of people helping people and everybody together as a team, and it doesn't even matter, it's all cross-line and upline, downline, doesn't even matter. Everybody's helping everybody. But that third week, let people know where they are, care about them, share new ideas, but genuinely care about their success and check in on their project, their progress in helping them reach what do they have to get to next, coach them and encourage them. And that last week, dollar by dollar, keep telling them how the steps to take, be it courtesy calls, follow-up calls, reorder calls. And if you write down to that last 7 days and you're so close, run your own special and, promote the company special, but, run your own special. You can always do that. But I always tell everyone, make sure it's a lot of fun, no matter what. Just keep this fun. Believe in yourself and believe in your people. We have something so powerful, more than anything else I've ever done in my life. I've been in the industry for 40 years, and this is by far one of the greatest things I have ever done. We truly have the best in the world. These products, bar none, you cannot beat these products. So no matter what happens, ups, downs, craziness, fun, momentum, all of it, we have the best products in the world. So just hang on to your goals, hang on to your dreams, inspire your team each and every day to reach beyond. And I always say, believe in someone until they can believe in themselves. And at that end, when that push happens, and I always text Aaron because it's fun to have, I have Ray and then I have the company as an upline, so it's always fun. And that started way long ago, 7 years ago, I would say, this is where I'm at. And he's that inspiration and that encouragement and that excitement for me. But now what's happened is other team members realize, oh, wow, I didn't know that you didn't have anybody that does what you do for us. So I have so many people helping me at the end of the month. I'm just excited. I look forward to those last days just because the excitement and the fun and the teamwork and that synergy and that momentum just keeps flowing and flowing and flowing. And the numbers are staggering. But the phone calls coming in, I did it. I hit 1 star. I did it. I helped so-and-so hit 1 star. I hit 2 star. I hit 5 star. I hit 6 star, whatever it is. When someone has that accomplishment and that energy and that excitement, that for me is just like something to look forward to every single month. And so, Aaron, that's why I text you, because they pump me up and get me so excited. I have to share it. But anyways, so it's the beginning of the month, so just sit down, everybody, think, where do I want to be at the end of the month, and don't panic in the last month. Take those steps, plan it. I love Jackie's simple steps. I mean, everybody on here shared so many great things, and you know, we're always learning, and it's the greatest opportunity. Can I get your opinion? I was jotting all these things down. Just so many things. Amanda with her massive action, and that girl is absolutely contagious bundle of energy like you can't even imagine. And Dominic, just the deep thought process into everything he does. Every single person on here, never had the opportunity to hear Jerry Shaw talk, but, you know, he said that power of your why, just all these things. That's why I said this call is the most powerful call, I believe, that we can use to help train our people and listening just to people locking arms together. And so, Aaron, I hand it back to you, and truly you're the one that's there that's always leading the team, people helping people, and you're always there. That synergy and that momentum will keep going with Sisel, and I really think 2019 is going to be a record-breaking year for everybody.
Well, Laura, here's one thing that I took away from that, and I hope that everybody hears this, is that Laura has one of the most successful teams in all of Sisel. I'm going to put that out there just so that everybody knows, and here she was jotting down 4 pages of notes. Folks, I heard a long time ago, overheard a very funny conversation between 2 of my friends. One guy who is a little bit of I don't even want to say it, but he just a little bit soft around the brain. And then the other one is very, very successful. And I remember we walked out. We were on a cruise one time years and years ago. And as he walked out to lay down on the Chase lounges out there, he laid down. He had a book. He had a drink. He had his towel. He had a little bit of a hat on, and he just sat down. He popped open his book and started reading it. And one of my other friends, who I can tell you is not quite as successful and definitely has not quite had the success that this guy has definitely had, he looked over at him and he goes, "Oh, you're a reader, huh?" And my friend looked at him and literally just kind of chuckled, and he said, "Are you being serious?" And the guy said, "Yeah, I mean, what? You're out on a cruise. You brought a book to read while you're on a cruise?" I'm thinking to myself, I've got a book. It's right here as well. But the fact is that people that continue to read, people that continue to learn, people that continue to evolve and demonstrate those skills and those necessary attributes that will help you achieve the things that you're hoping to achieve, never stop learning. Never stop learning, everybody. This is your opportunity, your chance, your pure passion that will shine through. But it's that day-to-day education that you're willing to put yourself through. Like Jerry said, what is it that I'm learning tonight? What is it that I've already heard? Things that I've been teaching, but I'm still listening to it and learning and still taking notes. I mean, folks, you've got to realize this is your opportunity. And as each one of the people talked about, it's your chance. But it's up to you. Nobody can do it for you. As Laura and Jerry just talked about, not one person can do this for you. You have to be willing to do it yourself. And so if you're just getting started, if you're just learning, if you're taking some notes, here's the one note that I would recommend is get with those people that are the leaders within your organization and ask them to help you achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve. But you've got to sit down and thoughtfully and methodically put together some goals and some thoughts and ideas as it relates to where you expect to be, maybe the end of this week, maybe the end of next week, maybe the end of the month, maybe the end of the 6 months or the 9 months or the 12 months. Or maybe it's 5 years, because I can tell you this, you've got some incredibly capable people in this amazing company that are willing to help you, that is what they came on board for. These people are successful because they are leaders, and leaders lead. And I told the story the other day, and I'll tell it again for you guys tonight, but I told it in one of our meetings that one of my favorite shows of all time was Forrest Gump, and one of my favorite scenes in Forrest Gump, it has nothing to do with all of the funny little cliche moments, but if you think about this one scene when Forrest Gump is running down the middle of the road and he's got this big gaggle of people running behind him, and he just pulls up one day and he stops, and the camera kind of comes up to his face and he makes a comment, something along the lines of, "I don't think I'm going to run no more." And everybody's kind of looking around and they're bewildered. They're not sure what to do. And so Forrest Gump just kind of turns and starts walking the other way. He's done. He decided that he's not going to run anymore. He's going a different direction. And all of these people in the group all of a sudden turn and they start looking around and they start looking at each other, and you hear a bunch of mumbling. And then you hear one guy in the middle of the crowd say, "Well, what are we going to do now?" Not one person stepped up as a leader. Not one person stepped up and said, I'm going to keep on running, and if you guys want to follow, let's keep on running. They had no idea why they were even running. They were just running because there was a person out in front of them running and leading them. What I want you to think about is what would happen if that person that's leading you and mentoring you and coaching you and nurturing you along, if that person stopped today, what would you do? And the answer is that you would keep on running. The answer is that you would not stop. The answer is that you would continue to do the things that you know and have been taught to do, and take all of these attributes, all of these skills, all of these thoughts, and put them to design your path to success tonight. Take a few minutes, jot down these thoughts, take some minutes and write down these notes and compile them in a way that you can go out and be successful. And for each one of you on the call tonight, again, Milo, thank you for bringing people up to speed and helping people understand where we're going this month. For Ray, thanks for jumping out of your son's birthday party and making time for us and sharing your thoughts. For Amanda again, I know you've got that bubbly, wonderful personality. It's wonderful to have you. That energy, as Laura said, is infectious. And, of course, we have Dominic, who gave us some very thought-provoking statements. We've got Jackie, who jumps in and gives us these, play-by-play and thoughts and ideas as a strategy. Jerry Shaw, who, if you guys get to know Jerry, just an unbelievable human being, one person that I've absolutely just love talking to and sharing time with. We always say, let's take 5 minutes, and we take 30, we take an hour. But then we get to Joe King, and Joe is short on words and big on time, big on thoughts, big on ideas, big on help, big on support, and that's Joe King. So, folks, don't underestimate the guy that doesn't say much. I'm telling you, he's sitting back, he's thinking, he's looking, he's watching, and he's monitoring, and as he is, he's observing. But he's ready at the drop of a hat to walk in and help people achieve whatever it is that they're trying to achieve. And Laura Bacini, as I said earlier, if you want to stay busy, jump on a couple of flights, a couple of trains, a couple of automobiles, a couple of buses, and you'll be able to follow her around the country. And I'm telling you, I would be surprised if you can last a couple of days. I'd be surprised if you last a week. But I'm telling you, that activity is infectious, and it's infecting all kinds of people across the U.S. of A. that are getting excited about being a part of this incredible organization. And so, folks, we've got the chance, we've got the opportunity. It's right in front of you. Reach out, grab it, take it. And for those people that have been invited to this call tonight, I want you to call back the person that invited you. Ask them what it is. Why is it that these guys are so excited? These guys that are so successful sharing their time with you tonight. Why? And for the people that actually did invite people to the call, make sure you follow up with them. As we always say, fortunes is a follow-up. And then we want you to get those tickets, get those reservations made for Mauer Mountain. It's coming up. It'll be here in a blink of an eye. We want to see people out here. It's going to be an opportunity to gain a lot of this type of camaraderie, to gain a lot of knowledge and understanding, and to be able to spend time with us knee to knee, arm to arm, elbow to elbow. But also the beauty of it is to enjoy days where we're just enjoying life with you. That is the fun part. Trust me, the training day, the recognition, we love that. But the opportunity to just roll up our sleeves and have fun with you guys is absolutely something that we can't even put a price tag on. And then for everybody coming out, we're going to do some big awards this year. We're going to do the Bull of the Woods. It's our opportunity to recognize worldwide. So we're going to do Bull of the Woods, the International Distributor of the Year, of course, the President's Cup, the CEO's Choice, all those wonderful things so that people can come out and be recognized for their big efforts throughout this year. So don't miss that opportunity. It'll be a great chance for you to meet all kinds of people from all over the world as they come in and spend time with you at Tom Sr.'s house, his property, and then, of course, enjoying Utah, and then the training day and the recognition event that night. So everybody plan on being here. Look forward to seeing you. And, again, make it a great day, make it a great week, make it a great month, and I'll talk to you at the first Monday of the next month. Goodbye, everybody.